So today in front of me, I have my Stihl Lightning or Contra. This is a saw that was made back in 1960, and right now it has an issue where if you put gas into the saw, all the gas will leak out. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to change out the gas tank gasket, and hopefully that's what's the issue is. While I'm in there, I'm going to take a look, make sure I don't see any obvious cracks or anything that I need to weld up or fix, and then I'll put it back together, and hopefully in a future video we'll be able to see this run. So to start, I'm going to take the bar off of the saw, so that way I have more room to work on my bench. So the chain tensioner on this saw is actually a front-mounted tensioner. So I'm just going to set those off to the side. And put the cover back on. So one of the nice things is there's a bottom cover here that's held on by a bunch of screws, and then these two nuts here for the handle. So I'm going to snap my fingers, and when I come back, this bottom plate will be taken off. So we'll see you in 3, 2, 1. So I got all the bolts removed, and the cover comes off. So underneath the cover, in between the cover and the case, is this gasket. This gasket is pretty rigid. I'm going to say that that gasket is the issue. I'm not seeing an issue inside or on the tank. I'm not seeing any cracks, visible cracks. And then inside the tank, I don't see any visible cracks either. But there is some kind of corrosion deal built up inside of here. I'm going to take some brake clean and see if I can't clean that out. Okay, so this hose, so now that that's done, I've got this fuel filter in here, and I picked up a new fuel filter, but when I look at this one, this hose is nice and pliable, and there's a little screen wrapped around this filter, and I'm able to see through. So I'm not going to do anything with this filter. I'm just going to take, I've got a scraper here. I'm just going to kind of scrape off the edges of this. Trying to be very careful not to introduce foreign contaminants. I'm going to take my cover and scrape off on my cover. And so now that those two are done, I'm going to grab my gasket that I got at the local dealership. And set my gasket into place. Now, at the dealership, they recommended not putting any kind of silicone or anything else. They said that this gasket is made to just go on and work as intended without having any outside help. There's a little bit of crud inside the one hole that I wanted to knock out. So take and start a screw. And I'm going to snap my fingers again and tighten up all these screws. So, just like that, the gas tank has been inspected. I put a new gasket on it. And if you tune in for next week's video, I will put gas in this and see if it fires up for the first time. As well as give a little bit of an overview about the saw and some of the saw's history. So until next week, have a good one.